Okay, welcome back to trigonometry. So here we have a trigonometric equation in tangents. Notice the only thing is here is a tangent. So we don't have to worry about doing any kind of secant to tangent kind of conversation or conversions rather. It's all in tangents. First thing you want to check. And the next thing is, well, can we factor this? Because it looks like some kind of a thing, it looks like some kind of a quadratic here. You might want to make a substitution. You could say, let A equal the tangent of X. That means a squared would equal the tangent squared of x. Let's go through and start that. So we have 3a squared minus 10a plus 3 is equal to 0. Now we have to factor this. We're going to say factoring by grouping. So we have 3 times 3 is equal to 9. I need two numbers that multiply out to 9 but add up to negative 10. How about negative 1 and negative 9? So we're going to say this is 3a squared minus 9a minus 1a plus 3 is equal to 0. 9, minus 9a minus 1a is minus 10a, so that's going to work. Now we're going to factor this by grouping. And the way this is set up is it's first pair, second pair. So I could pull a 3a out of my first two terms. What do I have left? Well, I have an a left over minus, I pulled a 3a out, so we're just going to have 3 left. Now I'm going to pull a minus 1, and then we're going to have an a minus 3 here, okay, equals 0. Notice these two are the same. That's kind of an important thing. So we're going to have an a minus 3 times a 3a minus 1 equals to 0. So we can go off and say, well, either a minus 3 equals 0 or 3a minus 1 equals 0. What was a? So a is equal to 3, a is equal to, add the 1 to both sides, we have a is equal to 1/3. And then we'll go back. So what the heck was a? Well, a is tangent. So we know that the tangent of x is equal to 3. The tangent of x equals 1/3. Now, unlike sine and cosine, remember the graph of tangent? Looks like negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. So it looks something like this. It goes all the way up to infinity. So if I look at like what happens at a third, which is down here somewhere, the tangent curve intersects it. And if I go all the way up here to 3, again, the tangent curve intersects the y equals 3 curve. Okay, so there should be two solutions here. And actually, there's going to be more because this is going to give me quadrant 1 angles. I also have to go get quadrant 3 angles. So let's go ahead and get the quadrant 1 ones. We have x is equal to the inverse tangent of 3. We have x is equal to the inverse tangent of 1/3. We'll pull up the calculator. We're going to make sure we are in degree mode. So we're going to say mode, degrees, we're all set. Now we're just going to do inverse tangent of 3. So that's the first one we're going to deal with. Okay, and I think we have to do this to 2 decimal places. So we're going to say 71.57 degrees. So here we go, 71.57 degrees. Right? We are also going to look at inverse tangent of 1/3. So here we go, inverse tangent 1 divided by 3. Okay, we'll go get that. Again, we're going to 2 decimal places. So it's 71.57 in this case, and we're going to have 18.43. Well, that's our first quadrant ones. We also have to get our third quadrant. So we're going to add 180 degrees to both of these answers to figure out what's going to happen next. Okay, so we'll go ahead and say, okay, well, let's go ahead and add 180. So we can add 180 to this piece. So we end up with 198.43 degrees. So we have 198.43. Okay, and then we can go back to this, what are we going to have here? 71.57 plus 180. And we have 251.57 degrees, 251.57 degrees. Those are our two answers that we're going to go ahead and report. Again, 2 decimal places, both in degrees. We're going to have, both of those answers. So those are my 2 answers for this. The way you solve these problems is you identify the fact if it's a quadratic. Well, first thing, make sure that all of your trigonometric functions are in the same one. Okay, so if we had sines and cosines, we'd have to figure out how to do that. Or tangents and secants, we'd have to figure out how to do that. And then we have to like, well, it's a quadratic really. So we have to go ahead and figure out how to factor those things, solve. And then when we're done, we have a, tangent equals 3 or something like that. Then we can take the inverse trig function. And that's how you do these problems. So as usual, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video and take care until then.